Hello adventurers, welcome to another product review with Bu Zayed. The main thing when you go off-road is to deflate your tire to have a bigger footprint. However, I've been using this deflator for a couple of years now. Sometimes some people will use this tool to remove the pin out of the tire to deflate. However, although it's very accurate, this deflator, but it deflates really fast at one tire at a time. However, you will have to actually stay next to the tire and keep controlling the airflow out of the tire to make sure that you have the exact pressure that you want. It is time consuming, plus it really hurt the back sitting down all this time, just making sure that you getting the accurate PSI. At the same time, it stops you from preparing your car, like putting the flag or setting up the GPS on all the other basically off-road items. So I looked in the market for another type of deflator that will not just save me time and deflation, as well as it will help me keep my hands free to be able to go around and set up my car, put the flags on the GPS, or even for the ones of you guys that goes to an off-road club, you always have a briefing before you start the drive. So even if I arrive late, I would love to actually put something on my wheel to actually deflate to the right amount of PSI while I'm actually attending the briefing, so I don't waste any time. So I looked in the market until I found this J.T.Brooks automatic deflators Pro. So they have two different types, the Pro and the I would say non-Pro. Let's have a look to see what's written on these ones. So basically it is they're saying it's quick, accurate, and you can just screw them on the tires. They're easy to use. They can adjust the pressure from 3 to 32 psi. They're nickel plated brace for superior durabilities. They're stainless steel precision springs for increased accuracy. They can deflate all 4 tires at the same time. If you, for example, deflate the tires in an area where you have a lot of sand and dust, these particles of sand can actually go in between the threads and basically decrease the accuracy. So what they have done is their deflator actually can come apart into 2 pieces, so it's easier to clean, to make sure that your accuracy is really high. And then it have a manual activation knob, start deflation at any pressure. It will clear stop in deflation when the set PSI is reached. It's easy to use. Directions include the storage pouch as well, which is a really nice touch. And it's made in USA. So a lot of reviews online talks about these products and show that it can deflate, and they do a test on 1 tire. In reality, you don't deflate 1 tire. So what I will do, I will go ahead and deflate all my 4 tires from 35 psi to 8 psi using my normal deflator, and then I'll show you how to set up the J.T.Brooks deflator, and then I will top up my tires again to 35 psi and try again with the J.T.Brooks to deflate them to 8 psi, and then we'll compare the time that the 2 deflators takes to deflate 4 tires. Okay guys, here we go with the test. So basically what happens when you go off-road, you will park your car at the entrance of the area where you want to off-road, and then you will start to deflate your tires. So let's start. Just want to show you guys it's about 35 psi, and then so it's 8 psi. Here we go, 8 psi, and second wheel. Again, 35 psi. It's exactly 8 now. It's 8 psi exactly. One more tire to go. And it's 8 exactly. So this is it. This is how much time it takes to deflate using the normal deflator. So if you guys want to use a specific PSI which is in between the scale set here, so for example I have the 10 and 15, 10, 5, however I want 8, so how do I get 8 exactly? What we will do is what's called the J.T.Brooks deflator calibration, which is what we do for the non-pro version. First thing is I'll remove the lock nut over here. I'll keep it safe. Now I know my pressure here is 8 psi, so first I need to basically deflate my tires using any other deflators to the desired psi. That's just for the first time. And then what I will do, I will go all the way to 5 psi on the scale, and then I'll work my way up to 8 from there. So I'll screw the J.T.Brooks deflator. Now you might not hear the air coming out, so what you'll do is just pull the knob out and then keep turning until it stops. See that? It stopped. It means that you're at 8 psi exactly. And then I'll remove the J.T.Brooks. I'll make sure the scale doesn't move. I'll take the lock nut and I will screw it in, making sure the scale barrel doesn't turn. And I'm at 8 psi. Okay guys, so all the four tires are inflated to 35 psi, and we will run the same scenario that we did with the first deflator, but this time with the J.T.Brooks deflators. So again, we just came to the off-road meeting points and we stopped to deflate our tires. So let's start deflating our tires. Okay, now we wait and get my coffee, sit back, enjoy the scenery until the deflator stops. Let's just have a look at the other side. Still deflating, still deflating. These sides still deflating. Oh, good. And we wait. still going on. Let's check the other side. So just to make sure, a trick, guys, if you're in doubt that it deflates totally or not, just pull this knob and see if it's stopped right away. That's mean it actually reached the desired PSI. It's stopped, so I'll remove it. This one stopped as well. So again, just a quick test. Yep, it reached the desired PSI. This one's still going. This one's still going. While we wait for those two, let's go and check the PSI here. So it's 0 now and 8 exactly. This side, 8 exactly. So this one stopped again. Test. Yep, it stopped totally. It's 0. So 8 PSI sharp. We're still waiting for this one before we call the time off, and it stopped. Let's just do the test. Yep. And we test, it's 0 as you can see. Sorry, it stopped. So 0 again. Well, 7.5. Yeah, it's about 7.5, I would say, really close to 8. So that's the J.T.Brooks. Okay guys, so this was my review for the J.T.Brooks deflators. You've seen the time it takes to deflate with the J.T.Brooks and the time it takes to deflate with the other deflator. The decision is yours, but for me, from now on, I'll go with the J.T.Brooks deflator. The reason is it actually saves my time. It makes my hands free to go and do other stuff, and the deflation time is almost as same as the other one if you actually compare the times that you take to set up other stuff in your car. So with the J.T.Brooks, you put your deflator on the tires, you do your other stuff to prepare your car to go off-road, and then by the time you finish doing all of that, your tires are deflated. But then with the other deflator, yes, it might actually deflate faster. However, then you need an extra time after that to go and prepare your car and put the flag and get the GPS, get the briefing going on with the your teammates or your club members, off-road club members. So if you look at the whole experience, J.T.Brooks is the one to go with. You don't want to be sitting next to your tire, hurting your knees, your legs, your back, just waiting for that accurate PSI while you can use that time to do other stuff. So this is my review for J.T.Brooks deflators. I would like to thank J.T.Brooks for sending me this set. If you want to get these J.T.Brooks deflators here in UAE, follow the links below the video to Rami Automotive website. Thanks to Rami Automotive for giving a discount, 15% discount for Bu Zayed Adventure Channel viewers. All you need is to use the channel's name as a discount code. You'll see discount code also below, and that will give you a discount on the J.T.Brooks deflator through Rami Automotive website. which is the official distributor of J.T.Brooks in UAE. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next adventure. Keep exploring the world, and this is Bu Zayed out, and see you on the next adventure.